Mason Boulevard, Rockmile Mountain. This is Cellar County with Butch and Coffee and big news!
Evening.
Big news! We finally figured out what the hell the mitochondria tweet meant. As apparently, if you look very closely at the way he phrased it, you can clearly tell that J.J. Watt was referring to the fact that he was going to go to Arizona. He is now signed a 2-year contract with Arizona. I believe it's $23 million guaranteed. With the contract's $31 million, $23 guaranteed. But yeah, and did you see the photo of what he sent out when he signed with Arizona officially?
I saw that.
I gotta say, that's a kick-ass photo. Source
Houston,
me.
Houston, all I'm gonna say is Houston, you got a big ass problem. From a near Super Bowl contender a year ago to whatever the fuck this is, like you just lost all cabin pressure. Your entire fan base
they haven't
literally
got rid of Watson yet. They haven't got
it's
rid of
almost
Watson
like that.
yet.
It's almost like that rabid dog, that's foaming at the mouth. Like you had success right there on your doorstep. And your idiot of a head coach traded it all away. And he got rid of a superstar, one who's going to join J.J. Watt in Arizona. If you're DeAndre Hopkins right now, you are laughing your ass off, spitting out your latte, and screaming, what in the literal fuck is going on in Houston?
I wish I could say.
I
have no idea what the hell is going on in Houston right now.
Look, for JJ, I will say he did lead the Texans at least on semi-good terms.
Yes.
Compared to another superstar that left Houston not too long ago that we shall not mention. Oh, shit, we are mentioning him later.
Yeah, we are going to talk about the other.
Oh, God, kill me now.
You know what they say? Fly like a cardinal and soar like a rocket.
Oh, Christ.
And float like a big man going through a big-ass table. But we'll get to that towards the end.
You bastard. But for J.J. Watt, I will say he is definitely one of the most well-liked and well-rounded athletes in all professional sports.
He's one of the faces of the NFL.
He was the face of Houston. After Hurricane Harvey, what he did to the city of Houston by giving back, he was able to get over, I think it was $37 million back to the city of Houston. That man was a hero to so many people that lost everything in that tragic hurricane and the tragic floods that occurred after Harvey hit.
You want to feel really bad about Harvey? For about a year and a half, we had another group of heroes, but we found out what happened. We found out the truth about that.
Their whole title run was tainted, but JJ wasn't.
But still though, you can't take away the fact that what JJ has done for the city.
What he did for Houston was beyond monumental, and was beyond just about anything an athlete could do for a city. Let alone putting his heart and soul out for his team every week. This organization, however, after Bill O'Brien was mercifully terminated, taken out in the back, and shot, you knew the life and soul of JJ had been ripped from Houston. It was so painful to see this come. And you didn't want to say it's true. You wanted JJ to stay in Houston.
Once you heard that they agreed to mutual terms on his release, you knew the end was coming. It's just how bad is it gonna be? And to be fair, of all the teams he could have went to, Arizona's not the worst pick I would have had for him, but I
didn't even expect Arizona. No one expected Arizona.
Yeah. That's it. That's what I'm saying. It's not the worst. It's not the worst choice. But now I'm thinking about it, he's on a team with Kyler Murray now. And if Kyler develops like he should, this team can make a deep playoff run in the next few years. Maybe not a Super Bowl title, but I could see NFC Championship game.
This team is a loaded potato that can put up a fight with their division. Just good to see how Stafford does with the Rams. And we will talk about the other team that comes into play in this division.
I do want
for
confirm.
JJ, it was the right move. He had to move on from Houston. Although I would have been so sore if he went to the freaking Packers. I was so thankful.
If he did go to the Packers, I'd be like, okay, that's it. The Bears and the Lions are never winning anything else ever again.
I would have said secede from the division. Let's go to NFC East. Like seriously, I don't want to say this division.
Really, you want to go with that dumpster fire division?
At least the Lions would have a legit chance. 6-10 would have put them in the hunt for the playoffs in that division.
And the sad thing is, you're actually right, though. You're actually right.
Any other year the Lions were good and not in the NFC North, we would have won our division. Just think about that. Well, I'm not saying the NFC West is terrible.
No, it's not. It's a shell. It's a shell of itself.
There is a new foundation being built, and it's going to be who's going to be on top. And a lot of this has to do with a certain quarterback out of the Pacific Northwest. The one and only Russell Wilson.
Before we get to Russell Wilson, I do want to point out one more thing about the J.J. Watt thing is that he will be reportedly he will be wearing number 99 there. Now, if you don't know why that's kind of a small deal, 99 was the retired number from Marshall Goldberg.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, but the family was all in agreement with the family's gonna say, yeah, he can wear it, but that's still a weird thing to me that you retire a number and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, yeah, I want to take this number. I love the fact that they came to a mutual agreement with this and that there's no hard feelings, but still though, I feel kind of iffy about that.
It is a bit awkward, I will say that, but at least he got the permission from the family of said retiree. So that's at least something to build off of. It's not like he just stormed in there. It's not like it was a deceased player like Pat Tillman's.
Oh God, yeah. It's also one of those situations where it's not like a number that means much to the league, like how 42 is to MLB.
Can you imagine someone making a bitch fit about that, and then I don't want to go down that road.
Let's not go down that road, but I guarantee you, someone probably will make a bitch fit about it, and I'll just love to see them spiral for it. All right, let's go Russell Wilson now. So,
the one-time Super Bowl champ out of Seattle is apparently
he doesn't want to leave. Supposedly he does not want to leave, but if he does want to be traded, there's 4 teams on his list.
The lucky 4 to get his services are as follows in alphabetical order: the Chicago Bears, the Dallas Cowboys, the New Orleans Saints, and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay, I'm sorry. When you said alphabetical order, I thought you were going by city, not team name.
I was trying to go by team name, but I screwed up the Saints and Raiders.
Okay, close enough. Right. Either way, yeah, those are the 4 options.
Forgive me for that. It's the Las Vegas effect.
That's fair. All right, yeah. So if Wilson does leave, those are his 4 choices. And let's be fair, I don't think he's leaving. I think they're going to do everything they can to keep him around.
He really shouldn't, but there is enticing offers for him to leave the rainy city.
Well, what do you think is the best choice, like in terms of what you could give up to get him? Who's in the best position?
I'd have to say the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys are in the best position.
I really hate to say, but like with Dak Prescott, he ain't sticking around.
The thing is, you have to get rid of more. You have to get rid of more than Prescott. Maybe a draft pick or 2.
You think it's gonna be like the Rams-Lions situation? You trade them a couple picks, like Prescott and Dak, or the services of Russell Wilson. I mean, that would be a tough precedent, but it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible. In this day and age. As I'm looking at what they could give away, all I can say is the Raiders are in the worst position. They really don't have anything to give away that's not going to be just like the Rams
I
Lions trade.
I went opposite and said your Bears, only because I feel like they're stuck with bitch kissing titties.
Now, I actually did see a report for the Bears that it's two names that I have deep concern that they're actually going to try and make a play for, and that's Alex Smith and Sam Darnold.
Oh God! Oh God!
I am deeply concerned about that, but I know this is the Bears; they would legitimately go that route.
Sam Darnold on the Bears.
If Sam Darnold does end up on the Bears, I am
throwing
in the towel 2021.
I laughed at Chicago for trading for Nick Foles. Oh man, you couldn't contain me if you guys traded for Sam Darnold. I would have to sit the entire franchise down for therapy because you just traded away something for Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's career is done. He is going to be taken out back behind MetLife and put out of his misery. He sees life on any other team. That team needs to see an eye doctor. That team needs therapy. I swear.
So the Giants are in the running.
Oh God. No. They want to stick with Daniel. No.
Well, to be fair, it did kind of get better towards the end for them.
I think Daniel Jones is still going to be around. I'm not saying he's going to be great, but he's going to be mediocre, kind of like what Eli was in his twilight years. The only thing I'll say about the Raiders is I think they're set right now with Derek Carr, and you just wonder what direction John Gruden wants to run this team.
I don't know anymore at this point, and all I can say is that unless there's definite confirmation, because Wilson will cause a lot of dominoes to fall in different directions for these four teams.
The Saints, on the other hand, I mean,
they don't need. I don't think they need him. I mean, Winston's supposed to be taking over the team next year if Breeze retires.
Yeah, but do you want Winston to really take over the Saints?
It could be another one of those situations where you run with it and see what you can get. Because if you can't get
the turnover bakery's back open, folks. Can you believe he threw for 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in his last year of full service with the Bucks? Imagine how much worse he's going to be this year with the Saints in the same division. These teams know his scheme. These teams know how he's going to play. It is going to be a disaster. You honestly ought to call an option and run Taysom. Have Taysom be your quarterback. Fuck it.
Let's put it this way: compared to a lot of the other, let's say Winston is almost, I would say, like how should I put Winston? Winston is like if you were to take the top tier quarterbacks and then everyone in the basement, and you have like the absolute middle of the line in terms of, okay, he sucks, but he's the best we got. There's Winston.
Winston's like the Boeing.
Now the question is,
it's a question of if it's going to be serviceable, when's it going to fail?
I think the bigger question is, okay, if Winston's going to be your quarterback, how much are you going to depend on your run game?
I would say beyond 50%. And the Saints do have a couple of good. The Saints do have a aforementioned running back in Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, they do. Let's hope we have another breakout year, but that's not going to be enough to win the division.
Not with Tampa Brady, not with Tampa Bay, not with the way they're playing, and not with the way they're going to be able to keep at least most, if not all, their superstars going next season. The repeat Super Bowl champs are a legit threat. But as for Russell, you figure he's going to stay in Seattle. But
I think staying in Seattle would be best for him.
In a pandemic-ridden world, you just never know what the hell's gonna happen.
Yes. This what's very weird about this pandemic? Like before this pandemic broke out, if you would have told me Duke would be struggling to get into the tournament, I would be like, "Oh my god, stop joking." But no,
Well,
it's legit. They're not going to make the tournament this year.
and Michigan State.
And Michigan State.
Michigan State just lost to Michigan, which means Michigan
And
wins the Big
wasn't
Ten
there a
and
huge-
MSU's.
Wasn't there a
March
huge
Madness.
upset in the FCS this past week too?
You're talking football?
Yeah, FCS football. Wasn't there?
Oh, North Dakota State, baby. Their 37-game win streak is dead.
Now that's not more of a power shift, but it just goes to show this pandemic has caused the status quo to almost flip on itself. Now I need to ask you an honest question, Butch. Do you believe that the pandemic played a role in this power shift, or is this just natural?
I
Like
think
even without the
definitely
pandemic, is this natural?
Definitely the pandemic, because not all not every conference had the same approach, and not every conference had the same and proper amount of time to prepare. You're gonna have scares. You're gonna have game cancels. You're gonna have players getting sick.
You're gonna have teams that have no business being in the finals of their respective leagues being in the finals.
No. And it's kind of it's really disturbing to say that.
I'm only saying that this was gonna happen anyway. The pandemic just sped it up.
The pandemic just magnified the problems of trying to get through a season without any proper form of what. Now, let's be honest. I'll give the NBA credit for this: the successful establishment of the bubble.
Though
You don't have the bubble
the greatest thing the NBA has done since the
in a
All-Star
long time.
since the All-Star break, in terms of okay, Rudy Gobert was a jackass. How are we gonna fix this?
They got their shit together. They managed to secure a single site.
Disney,
And this is what
Disney
I like.
World, the worldwide sports complex at Disney.
And this is what I like about the NCAA's approach, at least to March Madness. Their key winter split. Technically, it's what their winter sport, but it's their winter final. It's going to be all held not at one site, but in one state. The entirety of Indiana.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, and a lot of the games are being played at the major universities. Purdue, IU is definitely on the list. I know they got Bankers Life and IUPUI. They got Hinkie. Did I say it right?
And yes, Hinkie.
Yeah.
And they have they have a stadium at the state fairgrounds, whatever the heck that is.
And let's not forget the source of the Final Four, Lucas Oil Stadium.
Do you think that's fair to have a Final Four? Why not just do a Baker's Life? Like, honestly, if you're not gonna have that many fans, why do you want to do it inside a football stadium? Where I really hate to be a judgmental asshole, but a football stadium does not provide the proper sight lines for a basketball court, especially when you shove it in at midfield.
I'm only saying this because I've never been to a game at a football stadium, but yes, it does seem a bit weird when you see it on TV and you see that the court is actually raised off the ground. But you tell me, seeing tens of thousands of fans watching this game, you tell me you do not feel electrified at that moment.
I feel excited, but I'm just making an exception to this year.
Okay, so you're saying they should have
kept that Baker. They should have kept that Baker slot.
What's the word for it?
Ixnay on the football stadium.
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, if you're gonna do it at Lucas Oil, are you gonna do it like they did for Super Bowl, and you're just gonna pack it full of?
Let's see. Here's the problem. You have Indiana. They're limiting to 500 and no fans, only first responders and team and family members.
You're saying this for Bloomington, not the state, right? Just
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Purdue, on the other hand, has said I think 13 or 14% capacity,
and the max is 20. Max is 25 for the state.
But Butler is expected to go over. They don't know by how much. And they have not said anything as of right now in the State Fairground Stadium or Baker's Life. So it really depends on how many fans you're going to have there. Because if you're only going to have 25%, you're thinking 65, 67,000 fit in at Lucas Oil. And you're have maybe like 18 or 19,000 at Bankers Life. So you're really not going to have that much of a difference in terms of crowd size. Maybe like a couple thousand more, if that. And then it's going to be people that want to come in and get tickets. That's the other thing. You have 68 teams. It's not like the two-team format. You have 68 teams fighting to get in. And once everything's all said and done, you're going to have 4 teams in the Final Four, and those fans are definitely going to want to journey from wherever the heck they come from.
Well, the thing is, didn't they already release tickets for the Final Four yet?
The first 4. Okay. Only the first 4. March 9th, they released tickets for the first round and second round. March 11th, Elite 8, Sweet 16. And I think it's March 13th. They do everything else. That's why no one's able to really find tickets right now. The NCAA really, in my opinion, they pissed me off with this because they said tickets are going to be available March 1st, and then March 3rd hits, and then you finally find out they're going on sale now at 10 a.m.
I will be honest. I have some gripes with the NCAA, but the only thing I could actually to play devil's advocate, they're still trying to figure out exactly, okay, what's each venue gonna do in terms of who gets to go? Because I'm pretty sure all that information was not there March 1st.
Only two arenas have confirmed, and Purdue's doing fans, and Bloomington is not. As of right now, that is all we know.
Yes, and they never came out. The only thing about the Bloomington thing that was kind of skeptical is you told me it was in the school newspaper down there about how they're only taking the families of the teams, first responders.
And I confirmed it through another source.
And you confirmed. But the thing is, I'm pretty sure the NCAA was still trying to figure this all out because you don't want to say one thing and then the school says, okay, we changed our mind. Or it's like, okay, now we got to take these tickets away.
It sounds like the school is set and confirmed that they're only doing the 500, even if policies change. I mean, we're coming days off of Texas lifting its mask mandates and opening up 100%.
Which I don't want to get political here, but that's stupid.
We are going to see a change in 2 weeks, and the question is going to be how are the stadiums and how are the schools that are quote unquote hosting going to react? I think Indiana's going to stay firm by its decision to only do 500. Butler will want to do more, but they're still working on a capacity that's going to be okay with state regulations.
All right, so as you know, all right, here's a spoiler for you folks that are listening. Me and Butch, we have plans to try to do a tournament game. Now, there's no guarantee given how they're releasing these tickets. There's no guarantee we will get to a game. The thing is, we will be doing a podcast from Indianapolis. We will be face to face in the same room doing a podcast for you guys.
We'll be socially distanced and wearing masks, folks. Don't you worry.
We're 6 feet away. I will be on one side of the room with my mic in my hand, and Butch will be on the other side with his mic. And
you're going to Indiana for a basketball game, but I thought we were in the middle of a pandemic. Man, listen. Things have got to get back to normal.
Well, we actually have a separate reason for doing this trip. The basketball tournament just coincided with it. We have an entirely separate reason for this trip.
We are being safe. We are playing it smart. We are not going to go out to bars maskless. We are not going to go into crowds and start coughing on people. Damn it, folks.
On a side note, I'm just putting the warning out there. If anyone starts coughing on me with no mask, I am throwing hands. I'm just throwing it out there. I will throw hands if you cough on me with no mask on. I'm saying that right now. Just in case you ever read the police report about why I am currently in jail, now you know why.
A self-proclaimed podcaster named Kofi is behind bars tonight after fighting 25 guys at a bar.
After starting a riot, all because of a mask.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, speaking of sports, folks, we have something else starting up, and I really am glad to say this. Even though my team sucks, I'm sure your team sucks. Baseball's back.
And we're probably gonna make the playoffs this year. Bet.
Fuck you.
Yeah, we're gonna make the playoffs. Well, one of them is gonna make the playoffs.
Please eat this steaming bowl of shit.
I thought you were gonna give me. I thought you were gonna give me a freshly poached bag of dicks.
I'm not Antonio Brown. At least give me some credit there, Coffee.
I mean, if you provide me a buffet of dicks, you would be Sterling Archer in this case. Anyway, yeah, spring training is here, folks. Baseball is back.
What are you most excited about with this season? Are you excited with the fact that fans are actually going to be in attendance? Are you excited about the storyline of a certain team's fate? Or are you excited about the fact that fans are going to be in attendance to boo the Asterisk? Woo! Get those trash can lids, motherfuckers! If Houston comes to Detroit, I shit you not, I am going to bring a trash can into the stadium. I shit you not. I'm going to wear a Waste Management t-shirt, and I'm going to get those motherfuckers' attentions, baby. Oh, yeah, you are definitely going to hear the trash can. You're going to hear boos.
Wait. Okay, I just thought about this, and hear me on this. Isn't this the year they're supposed to play in those nets along the foul lines?
Yes.
So,
yeah,
you had a probably the biggest, excuse my language, the biggest bitch fit about these nets, and to a degree, to like at some point I agreed with you, but after some point I just let it go. I just let it go.
All I'm gonna say is, if you go to a baseball game, you're not paying attention, you get hit by a foul ball, it should be your fault. Yes, there were some serious injuries.
Not
the 5-year-old that got hit.
Not everyone. Some of them are just pure accidents. That happens.
Some of them are pure accidents, but you put up the nets for fan safety when majority of fans' attention spans are less than 2 minutes, and most fans you see on TV in the before times are on their goddamn phones and not paying attention to the action. It's literally on your freaking ticket stub. Bats and balls come into the stands, and the netting takes the fun away from the game. It takes away the fan getting the ball at the end of the inning, tossed by their favorite player. It takes away the foul balls going into the stands. It takes away a lot. I don't want to go to rant, folks, but damn it, those nets have got to come down.
All I'm gonna say in the Nets is, while I appreciate the effort of MLB looking out for the safety, this seems a bit much.
It is a bit much.
But you know what else is a bit much, but it ended up being one of the best things? The Halo in Formula 1. When you saw the Halo first time, we all thought, this looks fucking stupid. But then it started actually working. It saved a bunch of lives. It prevented a bunch of tragedy. Well, there was still one tragedy that happened, but that wasn't a Halo-related incident. That was something else. But still, we now love the Halo because it's safe.
All right.
I'm pretty sure at some point we're just gonna be like, okay, these nets protect the fans. All right, fine by me.
I talked about fans being tense. Michigan is allowing 1,000 fans. The Minnesota Twins want to allow around 25% capacity. I think it's 10 to 15,000 fans. It's not said anything. Chance that a state as liberal as Illinois may not allow fans right away when opening day kicks off. You're going to see fans at Wrigleyville and whatever like god awful name of your ball.
Oh my god! Is it still guaranteed rate field?
I thought it was.
I think it's still guaranteed rate field. That fucking disaster. Oh my god! I fucking hate that name so much. Yes, it's still guaranteed rate field. It still is. Oh my god, I hate that name so goddamn much.
I still call it US Cellar. If you ever wonder, I
still call it US Cellular because. All right, so anyway, the one thing I am excited for this season is that we're gonna possibly get a full 162 games, and let me go on a small little tangent about some of the projections. How I think some of these projections are bullshit. All right, so Pacoda, they do their annual projections, and it's one of those things. It's one of the things where it's like I wouldn't say they're 100% accurate, but I do trust their data. I trust their data enough to say, okay, maybe you guys are on something here. So I'm looking at the AL East. It says New York's going to run away with the AL East. Fair. AL West. It looks like it's going to be a shootout between Houston and LA. Okay, fine. I'm okay with that. Fine. I go to AL Central. It says Minnesota. It goes Minnesota 1, Cleveland 2, Chicago 3, Kansas 4, and Detroit last hit. First off, how fucking dare you put Cleveland ahead of us? They are not that much better. I'm like, I am fuming at this Cleveland thing right now.
And remember, we're only gonna be able to say the word Indians for a short time longer because apparently that is offensive.
I am fuming.
Fuck cancel culture. I'm gonna say this first and foremost. Fuck cancel culture. Fuck this shit.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say this. Maybe the name didn't need to change, but if there's one thing that needed to change, it's that fucking logo, because that thing, I would say it's less offensive to me and more fucking terrifying. That logo is terrifying to me.
You literally got rid of Chief Wahoo, and now you want to get rid of the. When are we gonna stop with this shit?
It's gonna stop when people stop getting pissed off at the slightest thing, which will be never.
All I'm gonna say about
because I'm still bitching about Cleveland to this day. I saw these projections back in February, and I'm still pissed to this day that they still have Cleveland ahead of us. That is fucking garbage.
I see them in the middle of the pack.
All right,
I could definitely see.
All right, let me go to the NL East for a second. Okay, Mets supposedly are gonna run away. No, absolutely not. I do not see them. No. I do not see. Well, I would say running away from it. Would you take 93 wins versus 84 wins running away with it?
No, hell no. No. Everyone get out your popcorn and laugh at the Mets. I almost couldn't say it with a straight face. No. No. Well, I would consider the Nationals, or I could see the Nationals, or maybe the Phillies. Maybe the Phillies will.
I would say the Phillies could make a run for it. I could actually see the Phillies.
Maybe the Phillies will finally catch fire with Bryce Harper.
Maybe
that trade was all for naught. You know, watching it trade away, it's all for World Series championship.
All right. Can I just say one thing? That if we do get to play all these games, that Miami goes back to its place at the bottom of the NL East.
I mean, they made the playoffs, but they
made the playoffs off of 60 games. You play 60 games in baseball and then do 100 more, and you tell me this shit's still the same.
So you think it's gonna be the Braves out of the South?
I think it might be. I think it at the very least the Braves would be in the running. I don't think I see them winning, but they'll be in the running. Like you get to like the last 2 weeks.
And that leaves us with the NL West. That's going to be, oh God, the Dodgers.
I think the Dodgers are going to have the best. They say the Dodgers are going to have 104 wins.
Oh God.
I think that's a bit much, but I do see it's possible the Dodgers end up getting the best record in all of baseball. That is possible.
And then you have the AL East. You're going to have, oh God, I hate to say it, but definitely New York. Boston's going to be Boston. I want to say
we skipped one. The NL Central.
That's right. I don't mind skipping the NL. No one gives a shit about the NL Central. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit.
All right. Well, would you give a shit if I told you that they say Pittsburgh's going to be the worst team in baseball?
Worse than the Tigers.
By about 5 games worse by their
Wow,
projections.
that's a predict. Wow, that's a
That's a weird prediction, but I can't fault it.
No, I thought the Red Sox were going to be one of the worst teams. In all honesty,
They just might. Keep in mind that this is all just projections. None of this has any bearing on the actual season.
Toronto's in the running too, but I would say it's because of their home stadium situation, with them having to be forced to play in the state of all unholiness that is Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, you're gonna be stuck in Dundon for spring trade. Oh, whoop-de-doo, you're gonna be stuck down in Tampa for another couple of months until Canada finally decides to reopen shit, or at least allow.
I mean,
non-essentials.
They're still having the playoffs is the same, right? 16 teams, supposedly.
I have to double check.
Yeah, because I would say at the very least, if it's still the 16 team format that it was last year, it's very likely. I'd say Chicago's guaranteed to make the playoffs.
Do you think it should be teams being focused and having a neutral site? I thought a neutral site World Series was fun.
I actually think.
I know it's not one game; it's a series, but it's
in this pandemic world. Yes, a neutral site would probably be best, but I would say pick a neutral site that's not in Florida. How many of these games have we had in Florida?
Well, the World Series was in Texas last year.
No, but wasn't the report that this one, if they do a neutral site, it's gonna be in Florida?
It depends on where they're gonna do it. I wouldn't mind Marlins Park. If they're doing Tropicana, that's an utter shit show.
Okay, yeah,
I'm not opposed to Marlins.
Not Tropicana, but Marlins. No, I'm still against that.
Really? Well, where would you propose it then? SunTrust in Atlanta? I mean, I need to know. You could do Petco in California. That would be cool.
You could do Petco in California.
I mean, if you want to do it, you could also do Chavez Ravine, but that stadium's too old, in my opinion, to do a neutral site World Series. You definitely don't want it up in San Fran or the shithole that is Oakland, Alameda County Coliseum. You definitely want it down south. Even Angels Park would be an interesting one.
I mean, but aren't they having the All-Star game? Where are they having it this year?
I don't even know. I haven't even been focused on that.
I'm trying to think where the All-Star game is, because wherever they do the All-Star game, that's where they should probably.
Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta's not a bad option. Yeah, you can put.
So you're doing the NBA All-Star game in Atlanta, and then you're doing this one.
I would say Atlanta. I would say Atlanta's not a bad site for a World Series. Especially given history going into this season.
Wait. Okay, wait, no. So compensation for the Dodgers were supposed to host the All-Star game last year. The Dodgers are going to host it next year, 2022. Quite interesting indeed. SunTrust Park was actually now it's called Truist because that stupid merger SunTrust Bank had with the other bank. It was actually a neat stadium. The Battery where they have it. So just a little bit of background. It's not in downtown Atlanta. Like Turner Field was too close to downtown, and traffic is a fucking nightmare. Don't get me wrong. Traffic in Atlanta is cunt. Is a bitch.
Oh, wow. We're really going to have to censor you now. All right, go ahead.
You have the Truist Ballpark up in Cobb County, which is northwest of downtown, and you built almost like a shopping mall within the stadium and around it. And I actually like the stadium. It stands out. It has some really cool little structures behind it where if you have an apartment, you can look into the ballpark. This is actually a really cool and interesting site, the All-Star game.
I'm sorry, you're cutting.
Maybe not.
You were cutting in and out there for a moment.
Sorry about that. All I'm gonna say is with the NBA, maybe a little too soon to be doing All-Star game. Major League Baseball, I think Atlanta's gonna be a
Speaking
cool.
of the All-Star game, we ranted about it last week. The All-Star, I have no problem with them doing an All-Star game now because I feel like, okay, you guys are gonna do it, but you don't shove everything in All-Star weekend into one night, especially since a lot of these guys are in the main game.
That is going to be a bit confusing to pull off.
Right,
and it really complicates things.
I'm looking at the who's gonna be in all the competitions. I'm trying to find that list.
While we do that, we're gonna stick with the NBA, and while my co-star is looking that up,
I found
possibly.
All right, I found it. So
you want to talk about this person or James Harden thing?
Let's talk about this first, and then we'll get to James Harden. All right, first off, okay, for the skills challenge, we have Robert Covington, Luka Doncic, Chris Paul, Julius Randle, Domantas Sabonis, and Nikola Vucevic. Sorry if I'm butchering these names, people. But yeah, do you not see like a few of them are already in the main game?
I see a few of them already in the main game. I see where you're going with this.
All right, 3-point contest.
I agree.
All right, 3-point contest. This one is actually excusable. You could actually get away with doing this as like a pregame thing. So 3-point contest. We have Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown, Steph Curry, Zach LaVine, Donovan Mitchell, and Jason Tatum.
I thought Curry was out.
Is Curry out?
From what I saw, Curry was out a second ago.
All right, let me double check that. Don't quote me on. I'm actually on the Wikipedia page, folks. I'm sorry if it's inaccurate. So I'm gonna go search. All right, so just from that alone, that's a pretty entertaining field, if you ask me.
He is resting apparently, but he is going to play. And Draymond, is Draymond supposed to be in it this year?
No, he's no. The 3-point contest or the All-Star game?
All-Star game.
No, he's not.
Good. All
right. So yeah, that's actually a very stacked lineup. If this is the full lineup, that's a stacked lineup, I would say. You already know who I'm going for.
Yeah.
God, now here's the slam dunk contest, and wow, I don't want to make jokes about this, but is this really the best we can do?
Ooh.
Is this really the best we can do?
All right.
You see the list now.
No, I know what you're saying.
You see the list now. It's like this is the best you can get.
All right, hold on, folks. There's
one good thing. Before you say it, there's one good thing.
Hang on.
None of these people are in the All-Star game, so you can't actually go all out with this.
Did you? We have breaking news out of the UFC. Oh man, you're really gonna fucking hate this.
What's the news?
With COVID restrictions lifted in Texas, Dana White wants to host a UFC event in Texas, quote unquote, as soon as fucking possible, with a full crowd.
Okay, stupid people aside. Let's go back to this. Okay, stupid people aside. Let's go back to the stupid slam dunk contest. Edfrey Simmons, Cassius Stanley, and Obi Toppin. What the fuck is with this?
Wait. Can I please say this?
What?
UFC 260 will be slated for Vegas, but UFC 261 on April 24th is expected to be hosted in Texas. Is expected to be shifted from Las Vegas. Oh, my dear Lord, folks.
Again, stupid people aside. All right.
I can hear the cringe. I can hear the disgust. Oh, it's like saying the word moist in front of a group of seniors. Just moist.
Please stop. Please, for the love of God, stop. Please, for the love of God, stop. All right, back to the Okay, I don't even give a fuck about this dunk contest anymore. Let's talk about James Harden.
I understand what Houston's trying to do.
No, I appreciate what Houston's trying to do here, but I'm like, really though?
Man, it was just sour. That it was lukewarm in terms of when he left. It was bad.
And I appreciate that they're trying to do this because they're trying to say, hey, no hard feelings, but still though. Could you have waited till after? Could you have waited till after he's been gone for some time? Not even. It's not even been a month since he's left. They played last night.
Yep.
They played.
That had to been.
They played last night. They made this announcement before the game.
That is extremely
Could you have waited a little bit, like a year at least, before you say, "Yeah, I want to retire his jersey"?
It's one thing if he brought a championship to Houston. You didn't even make the finals.
He came close though. The only problem is, and this is
for 20, yeah, for 27. Do we need to remind the people of that horrific statistic?
No, that's just like going to Atlanta saying 28-3.
Or the double doink.
or going to Cleveland and saying 3-1 in the middle of Progressive Field. Or say 3-1 and whatever the fuck Golden State's new stadium is.
Or you mean the Chase Center?
Yeah.
The Chase Center in San Fran. Oh God, for Houston though, just.
But my only problem with this is that could you have waited? Could you have waited a little bit before coming out and say, "Yeah, we want to honor him. Yeah, we'll retire his number." The fact that it wasn't even this was not even a month. Not only was it not even a month since he left Houston. This was before this highly anticipated game. You come out and say this.
You wait and do an announcement at least a calendar year after said superstar has left. You don't do it the very first time he's back and not within a month or however long he left. You don't do this.
You wait. You wait. That's my only complaint to this is that you wait to do something like this.
And let's be honest, things were not great between Houston and James Harden, especially when he left. Things were not on the up and up. Things were left in a very disproportionate position. And now you have the Rockets awkwardly saying, "Hey, we're extending a hand in peace. We want to remember you, but please be on good terms with us." It's like the Cal. I'm not saying left on bad terms like Calvin Johnson did to the Lions. But with the Hall of Fame thing, it's just like, he deserved it. But god damn, this team needs to make things right. It's the same thing with Harden.
It's like we appreciate you, Harden. You're the only marketable star we have in Houston. Let's still be friends, so I can still make money off you.
Oh man, if you're a Rockets fan, right? If you're a fan,
I want to know if there's any Rockets fans how they feel about this.
I just wanna take the temperature of the room in Houston. I mean, your three teams have been rocked by scandals, shaken to their cores. One team has bottomed out. Another team pretty much lost its contending window, and another team is trading off everything of value. And yet, 4 years ago, these teams were on top. These looked like a City of Champions.
It looked like they were going to get one. It looked like, at the very least, someone was going to win something.
And instead, we had everything bottom out. And now Houston is sinking slowly into the Gulf of Mexico. Slowly going under as the bubbles of air come to the surface, screaming for help. Only in Houston, folks, could a problem be of this magnitude and this big. All right. Do you have anything else you want to add for tonight?
I have one. While we're still in the topic of NBA, let's move over to NBA on TNT. Let's talk about Shaq. Last night, he made an appearance in a tag team match on All Elite Wrestling. Because he and Cody were building up to this, and it was. I'll gotta admit, when I heard about this, I thought, okay, this is either gonna be the best thing. This is either gonna be the stupidest thing they've done since Road Wild 1998 with Rodman and Malone. Wait, was it 98?
It was 98.
Doing a quick history check. Road Wild.
How? Here's my question first.
Road Wild 98.
What is Shaq's age? I just want to know real fast. How old is Shaq?
God, he's like 50 something. I want to say. No,
he is 49.
Okay, so he's
49.
close. He's close to 50. Yeah,
48. Excuse me. March 6th. His birthday's in 2 days. Wow. Happy early birthday, Shaq.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. Happy birthday. Oh shit. That before I go on, that reminds me. They were doing the Inside the NBA special, like 30 year, like the anniversary documentary. I think it starts tonight. It's gonna air all the way till Sunday.
Really?
I'm actually. It's actually on right now, I think.
Oh God. But I mean, one of the stunts that really scared me to see.
All right, before we go that, let me go through. Let me go through moments of this match. So we start the match. It's Cody Rhodes and Red Velvet versus Shaquille O'Neal and Jade Cargill. Basically Shaq he did the traditional big guy thing. Just, if you ever seen Big Show wrestle, by the way, Big Show's on AEW now. Sorry to all WWE fans, but Big Show's on AEW. You ever see Big Show? He does his open palm smack, and it's like, I would say, okay, here I'm gonna try to do Big Show. You can't see me, but it goes like this. He puts the guy in the corner, puts one hand. He then goes, shh, raises his hand, and then the loudest smack you ever hear on a guy's chest. The loudest smack you hear on a guy's chest, and.
I fucking heard that, dude. God damn.
Shaq's wasn't as hard, but it was still pretty freaking. It was still. You could hear it. And then at one point, Shaq's knocked out of the ring, and then of course, Cody has this group called the Nightmare Family, and while he's outside, he gets hit in the chair by Austin Gunn, and then you just see Shaq turn around. He throws Austin Gunn out into the thing, onto the floor. And he actually, I don't recall who he did next, what he did next, but he did a nice little scoop slam, did a nice little slam onto the floor, and let's just say this is more athleticism and more wrestling than Karl Malone and Des Rodman ever did back in '98. So at some point during this, two tables were set up on the outside. Now, if you know anything about pro wrestling, when you set up a table, you know someone's going to go through it. So you tease it, and you tease it, and you tease it. So during the point, the two tables set up, Shaq's on the apron. He gets a thumb to the eye. He gets a thumb to the eye. So he's hung on ropes. Cody runs, hits the ropes. He does a crossbody onto Shaq. They both fall back, and Shaq fall, and they both go through both. They go through these tables, and I thought, holy shit, Shaq just went through a giant table. Shaq just went through a table. And it's not the fact that a guy going through a table I've seen wrestling. It's Shaq. It's a professional athlete and an NBA commentator going through a table.
You just can't believe that.
I just can't believe Shaq was willing to go through with that at his age.
I would prefer if Shaq stayed away from going through tables. I mean, the big man can take down backboards, but
I can say is that, well, they did do a spot at the end where Shaq was after the match.
Faked injury.
Yeah. Shaq was like knocked out. They lowered him into an ambulance, but still, though, that's something.
Get out the way! Get out the way! Ambulance.
He's probably not really hurt, but I don't know if he's really hurt or not.
No.
But at the same time, I still get, as I said before, I give props to someone who actually will go out there and do something like that. I give them props. I gotta give Shaq major props for that. Good show, man. You have proven alone that AEW is worth watching. If I get to see shit like that on a weekly basis. Oh yeah, Revolution's supposed to be this weekend. And it's supposed to be a exploding barbed wire match between Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley.
I knew you were gonna say
I
something about that.
I am utterly terrified now.
This man is thrilled. This man
I got
is
I got
thrilled.
All-Star Weekend. I got All-Star Weekend and Revolution. I am going to be going back and forth between these shows.
You got all set and ready to go, my friend.
Oh wait, what is it? Hold on, is there? I gotta check something really quick because there may be one more thing I want to check out, but I think it's during the day. But I gotta be sure that it's this weekend. Okay. Scrolling. Okay, no, it's not for another few weeks. Um, I was trying to see, like, okay, to all the NASCAR fans out there, you know Bristol, right?
Yeah.
This year they're having a dirt race at Bristol.
Why?
I thought you're getting Cup Series guys to drive on a dirt track. Oh, I gotta pay to see the damage they cause. But I thought it was this
Yeah,
weekend. But no, we're at Vegas this weekend.
I'm intrigued, but at the same time,
Uh,
I'm just shaking my head, team.
all right,
But
I do have one more thing I do want to add. Just a small thing, make Butch happy before we go off the air. Your Red Wings did beat the Blackhawks in the past week.
yay! Our team still sucks, but we beat your team, so it somehow makes it better. Yay! All right, folks, this has been Cellar County. Stay safe. Get your trash can lids out and start banging on the roof for the Masters. Woo! We did
No.
the World Series!
Before we go off the air, I do want to say one more thing. If I am able to go to a game this year, and if the Houston's playing, I am coming as the trash man.
Oh my god.
The trash man. I'm gonna get a trash can, throw it on the field, go on the field, eat the trash out of the trash can. I will see you guys next week. This is Cellar County Butcher Coffee. We'll see you next week.